Hi everyone, welcome to the first instalment of Shaky Unsupervised. I'm currently here in Hampshire. Thruxton Racing Circuit seemed like a suitable place to kick off this adventure. I'm doing a couple hundred miles in 2 days and an overnight camp tonight, just to sort of check out everything's working on the bike and that I can brake anything that needs braking. As you can see, the bike is fully loaded and oh my god, it's heavy. Full of fuel with all the camping equipment. Those panniers are full with all the gadgets, electronics and everything else. This thing weighs the same as a small car, but once you're riding, it's smooth as anything and it is a joy. So stay tuned for the next installment, when I'm gonna have to try and put up my tent. See you later. Okay, here's the plan. I'm currently riding through the beautiful rolling hills of Salisbury Plain, expecting to meet a tank coming the other way any moment. But anyway, right, plan-wise, the big adventure. Those of you that know me, 15 years I've had a map of the USA on my man cave wall, and every time I've seen something that I like the look of in America, I stick a pin in the page. And I retired from my job a few weeks ago, and it was time to join all those pins up and ship my motorbike to America and go and visit all these legendary places that I've seen growing up and throughout my life that have interested me about America. So first things first, a little bit about the bike. This is my BMW 1150GS Adventure, which I've had for about 8 years. It's my third BMW Adventure. Absolutely bomb-proof bike, and I love it to bits. Hasn't got a name yet, but I'm sure somebody's going to suggest one soon. So the idea is that I take the bike to Heathrow Airport next Monday, give it to Moto Freight, who are absolutely brilliant. They've organised everything for me. They're going to crate it up and stick it on a plane about a day or two before I'm due to land at JFK, which is on the 3rd of April, I think. And then they're going to show me how to get through customs and what I need to do to pick up my bike and ride on. The route I've chosen isn't Route 66. I can't help thinking everyone's done Route 66 now, and the Americans have kind of cottoned on to the idea, and it's just a little bit tacky now. So my plan is to discover a little bit of the America other people don't normally see. The route's about 8,500 miles. It's going to take me 7.5 weeks to complete. There's a fair bit of camping there, because when it gets warm, why be in a hotel? Let's get a tent out and camp in some of this beautiful scenery. So tonight I'm out on the bike, just getting a couple hundred miles in, just to see if I can break anything, and I've already broken a few things. And tonight I will test out my new tent. The new tent comes from Lone Rider. It comes highly recommended, but the buggers don't give you discount codes anywhere. We've looked everywhere to try and get one of these cheap, and unless you're lucky enough in a Black Friday sale to pick one up, you won't get any discounts, so they only sell directly. But I begged and pleaded with them, sort of said to them what I was doing, that hopefully I would be able to get some audience on YouTube and recommend their product, and they gave me a 20% discount, so I'm really impressed with it. But let's see what the tent's like. We'll give it a go tonight. I've got my wife Zoe coming to join me later on in the van, and no doubt we'll go to the pub afterwards and have a few beers. That's all for now. I've just thought I'd give you a bit of an intro into why I'm doing this crazy thing, and how hopefully it's going to work. I'll see you later. Okay, tent's up. Looks pretty cool. I'm well impressed with that, considering the size of the tent, and I can fit it onto my bike, and I can stand up inside, which for us elderly gentlemen who have had their better days of crawling around with their hands and knees camping is a real bonus. So tent's up, I'm going to unpack, and then it's into pub for the rest of the evening. Speak to you later. Okay, so the cavalry's arrived. Got the camper here and tents all set up. Everything's ready to go for this evening. The only trouble is our pub doesn't serve food, so we've got to go out for a meal. But hey, say hello, Zoe.
Hello.
Okay, one of the first landmark days. The bike is now packed and ready to go to the shippers. It's been washed and it's gleaming and immaculate. Very nice. I don't think it's going to look quite that good for some time. But anyway, so just about to drive over to Heathrow to Moto Freight Shippers, and hopefully I've got this right and I haven't packed anything that's going to explode or it's going to stop me getting into America. But I'll give you something more information when we get there. See you in a bit. Right, I've made it to Moto Freight. Bike's here, it's all nice and clean. Just about to sort out getting it on the boat.
Okay, so the paperwork's fine, nothing's going to explode on the bike. I've had a lesson into how to unpack my bike when I get to the other end. So it's bye bye baby, see you on the 3rd of April. See you later.
Hi everyone, I've been asked several times the same question, so I thought I would just do a quick video to cover why I'm shipping my bike to America rather than hiring one there. I've done the sums. If I hired a bike for longer than 2 weeks, the cost goes through the roof. There are companies like Eagle Rider that are very, very good. You can pick up your bike from New York and you can ride it all the way across the country to Los Angeles. They will happily let you leave the bike and fly back from wherever. The cost though, I was quoted anywhere between £6,500 and £8,000 to hire the bike for the 44 days that I needed to do the route that I've chosen. Compare that to shipping. I've managed to ship my bike there and back for £3,500. When it comes to shipping, obviously there's lots of choices, and historically it's always been pretty solid bet to put it on a boat. But COVID has tended to make that less viable. Lots of ships are being held at sea, outside the ports. I've heard stories of people waiting 8 to 12 weeks for their bikes to dock and captains taking the ships to different ports before returning to the original destination. With air, although it costs a little bit more, you know the bike's going to arrive at the same time you do. My bike arrives the day before I get there. There's no storage charges. You pick up the bike yourself, and the shipping company that I've used, which is Moto Freight, have given me detailed instructions about how I can get my bike back from the airline and through customs relatively painlessly. So the option I've gone for is to fly my bike to New York and ship it back from Los Angeles. Not because it's cheaper to ship back from Los Angeles, but it's only because the agent didn't have a company that was able to get my bike ready for a flight back. Even if it takes 12 weeks for my bike to come back from Los Angeles, I think I could probably live without it for then. It probably gives me an excuse to buy a new one. Maybe my wife will get a new bike that she doesn't know about yet, but we'll see that when I get back. So really there's the options there, shipping or renting. The cost, if you're going to do a long trip like mine, just doesn't make sense to hire. The other thing with hiring is it's not your bike. I've been setting my bike up for this trip for a couple of years now. I've had the seats re-padded, I've had the suspension rebuilt, the gadgets, the electronics on the bike all set up for the vlog that I'm doing. So you don't get that with a rented bike. So it's your call if you are going to rent, but my advice if you're going for anything longer than 2 weeks is take your own bike. It is not as hard as you think. Hopefully that's answered your question. If you've got any more questions, stick them in the comments below and I'll be happy to answer them for you. That's all for now, thanks. Looks like my dream trip, the trip of once in a lifetime trip, is actually happening. So much could have happened in the last few weeks to stop it from going ahead. but I'm at Heathrow. I managed to get through security, and my plane leaves in a couple of hours, and I'll be landing in JFK about 9 o'clock tonight. I've booked in to one of the closest hotels to the airport, and it's got some really good reviews. You should read them. Most of them very creative writing, describe the dirt, the smell, the unfriendly staff. Do not book this hotel, stay away, it's brilliant. So I'm really looking forward to adding my own to that one later tomorrow. Okay, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. You just log on into YouTube, find my channel, hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, but anything I post, any feeds I do will be waiting for you in your watch list, so you won't miss anything. So please hit that subscribe button. And okay, the last thing I need to say is how amazing my wife is. Couldn't have done this without her support. We've been together for 27 years. The longest we've ever been apart is 7 days. This is going to mean that I won't be able to hold her now for 7.5 weeks, which is going to hurt. It's going to hurt a lot. But at least she has unfettered access to the TV remote, and she won't have to listen to me snore. But she's amazing, and has supported this. I can't understand why, but I'm hoping that I'll come back to the end of this adventure in a flash of an eye and in one piece.
Start again.
Hi everyone. So literally the first thing I say is Hi everyone.